Final score of the Lakers versus Knicks game was 122 to 115. And LeBron really showed why he should be an MVP candidate. He honestly had a great game last night. 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. And he led the Lakers back from 21 down. And then the game, it went to 80-43. And then the Knicks started pretty much gaining momentum as well. Because they lost a lot of momentum after halftime, and that was really what had the deciding factor. But from the jump ball, they had a lot of offensive firepower, and the Lakers really couldn't get going. That's the main problem, in my opinion, of the Lakers in general. And honestly, it was an entertaining game. R.J. Barrett made a big shot at the end to send the game in overtime. But the Lakers won the game based on free throws, and they just kept hitting more shots than the Knicks did. The Knicks definitely should have won this game, but LeBron really put this team on his back, and he honestly had a great performance. This was honestly a great game to watch, and honestly one of the best games of this year. R.J. Barrett last night dropped 36 points, a career high, which honestly an insane performance, and he was really showing that he was like an all-star out there last night. He's obviously not in the all-star game, but he showed like he was an all-star last night. Honestly, a great performance from him. No one could really stop him. He was looking very good out there, and in my opinion, he really showed how good he is at scoring and how good he is at getting the rim. I feel like that's what he needs to start doing more, and needs to stop like just taking cues from Julius Randle and everyone else on the team. He needs to start becoming more of a pure scorer, and I think the Knicks will benefit from that. And honestly, I think he showed last night he can really score with one of the best of them, and he honestly had the best game last night. Honestly, a great game from Julius Randle, and the Knicks just fell short. Lakers outlasted the Knicks in overtime. LeBron had 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. Anthony Davis had 28 points, 17 rebounds, 3 steals, and 4 blocks. Malik Monk had 29 points, 4 of 8 from 3-point field goal, which honestly, Anthony Davis really showed that he's really back in his MVP form, really. He really had a great game, and ever since this injury, he's really improved on his scoring and had a couple great runs. Honestly, I think they can win their next game as well. And Monk's just honestly improved and become the third best option. Really bad, you guys ask me a shit ton of questions, and when I shoot the ball well, I don't really hear too many of those questions. We won the game tonight, and that's the most important thing. Russell Westbrook on his play versus the Knicks, which honestly, Russell Westbrook, he had a horrible game, and you shouldn't why they asked so many questions, because you had 5 points and 1 of 8 from field goal. You honestly had a horrible game, and you didn't really shoot that much. You shot a lot of shots, but you didn't really make any at all. And really, you should be ashamed of yourself shooting this badly. And honestly, this was a horrible performance. And they asked those questions because if this was in a playoffs game, they would have lost this game if you really would have been out there. If they would have get this game against the Suns, they would have lost this game if you would have shot like that. That's why they're asking these questions and why they care about this, bro. I told him to text me later. I told him to keep going. Stop second-guessing himself. LeBron and Russell's recent struggles, which honestly, I think this is kind of good advice after the horrible performance he had, but hopefully Russell Westbrook can really just start scoring more and really helping the team out more.